Patriots, I'm not going to waste your time on this issue because we all know the truth. If Aaron Matsawati were the minister, this investigation would be over in just a few days, and we'd have a clear, detailed explanation of why Chidimma was allowed to leave. But what do we get with the DA minister? The man seems to have this attitude like he's the boss, that he doesn't need to pay attention to us. Well, we've had ministers with that same attitude before, and let me remind you, many of them aren't ministers today. If this DA minister keeps it up, he won't last long either. Do you remember when he said he wouldn't investigate people just because they were suspected of being fraudsters, telling us we need to bring him evidence first? What nonsense is that? He's incompetent, and I'll tell you why. Patriots, when you suspect there's a crime happening next door, even if it seems small, the law enforcement agencies should pay attention to your suspicions. Just like in the case of Naledi, Soweto, we said the Ethiopian shopkeeper there was an illegal immigrant. And guess what? When officials checked, he was indeed illegal. The same goes for when we raise concerns about Soweto kids being poisoned by illegal immigrants. Our suspicions alone should be enough to launch an investigation. But what does this DA minister do? He wants hard evidence before he acts. To me, that shows pure incompetence, and he should pack up and go wherever he came from because we're here to fix this country. We're paying him, and when this country gets ruined, guess what? He'll head to Europe, but we've only got this one country, this one land, and no other choice. Now, Patriots, you've probably seen that article in Times Live about the Chidimma saga being investigated. Even though it's still early and no one's been interrogated yet, the file with all the evidence from Home Affairs is on the desk. They'll start contacting people anytime now. But while we wait, let me shift your attention to something else. There was a press release yesterday from the Department of Home Affairs, and I'm not happy with what they reported. Only 2 people are facing criminal charges? Out of over 15 million illegal immigrants in this country, only 2 people are in jail. That's ridiculous. Sure, 29 people were dismissed, and some got final warnings. But come on, the Home Affairs system is clearly not functioning. In fact, one of those 2 arrests wasn't even made by Home Affairs. It was the South African police at Beitbridge Border Post. Remember that lady we discussed last week? The one working for border guards found with a stash of passports and cash? Yeah, it was her bail hearing on the 14th of October, 2024. And then there's another guy from within Home Affairs who was dismissed in 2023 after he was caught helping Pakistanis enter and stay in South Africa illegally. So Patriots, it's clear we need a Home Affairs system that can detect fraud and tampering. The system should flag any applications with incomplete documents. It's common sense. Even a grade 5 kid wouldn't accept those fake visas, but adults allowed 95 Libyans into South Africa without approval from seniors. Clearly, this isn't the first time it's happened either. According to this same press release, more people are expected to be arrested as the Special Investigative Unit, SIU, is looking into more Home Affairs fraud cases. You might remember earlier this year when the SIU raided certain Home Affairs departments after staff protested against Minister Matsoaledi, claiming he was too strict. Too strict? Please. We need more of that strictness. But there's something else I need to point out, Patriots. You see, there are South Africans out there who always defend these illegal immigrants. Over in Naledi, Soweto, many locals say these foreign-owned shops are helping them, claiming these foreigners wouldn't sell expired food. I've even seen videos of locals from Soweto, and I suspect they are collecting protection fees from these foreign-owned shops. Their protection fee business won't survive if we boycott these shops for good. They depend on us. The more we buy from these illegal operations, the more they will continue to put poison into our communities. These are the same people who get hired by Home Affairs, the same mindset promoting lawlessness. Now, let me remind you about another video I posted on my Twitter page. A young lady was arguing with a Somali shopkeeper, and her brother came to intervene. Guess what happened? The Somali shopkeeper shot him dead, just like that. Patriots, this is why we keep telling South Africans to stay away from these people. If they can't make money, they'll leave. That's what the minister and other politicians have said. First of all, these illegal immigrants don't force South Africans to come to their shops. Secondly, our laws don't protect us from this lawlessness. If you want to stay safe, tell your kids where to buy, what to eat, and what not to eat. Kids learn fast. If you tell your kids not to take anything from strangers, they'll listen. Let me give you an example. The other day, I was visiting someone, and when I entered the gate, there were kids playing in the street. One little boy, maybe 5 years old, asked me for 2 rand, a complete stranger. That shows patriots that parenting skills need to be developed in this country. Your kids must know who the enemy is. They must know God and understand the difference between good and evil. Your child should grow up under your rules, learning your values. We've all been there, right? Our parents told us who we could and couldn't trust. Years ago, when we were young, there were rumors that white people were injecting HIV into oranges. Our parents didn't care if it was true or not. They stopped us from buying oranges from spaza shops, and that was before the influx of illegal immigrants. We really didn't touch oranges until schools told us HIV couldn't survive in oranges. But let me tell you, patriots, I still believe some people tried to inject oranges with HIV, even though they didn't know it wouldn't work. We all saw that documentary about how white people used clinics to spread HIV to Black people, and thousands died. To this day, we don't even know if there are still clinics injecting Black people with HIV. Patriots, the point is this: protecting your kids from poison, whether it's based on a myth or not, won't harm you. In fact, it'll keep your children safe. Just like you wouldn't want some adult touching your kids inappropriately, why would you want your kids buying from illegal immigrants? You wouldn't let your child watch adult videos, so why send them to illegal operations? This is like those people who send their kids to the bottle store to buy alcohol or cigarettes. What happens? The kid starts drinking early. Patriots, if protecting our kids is too much work, then maybe we shouldn't have kids.
Never really know what's going on. Look at me sometimes.